I do Bassem's job in a country that has carved out already. It is settled law. Satire is settled law. Governments have realized that jokes, if your regime is not strong enough to handle a joke, then you don't have a regime. Because it is not, you have to be able to handle anything. A joke is a joke. You may say that as an insult, and they say, you know, there's an expression, I don't know if you have it, adding insult to injury. Yes, maybe it is an insult, but it is not an injury. A joke has never ridden a motorcycle into a crowd with a baton. A joke has never shot tear gas to a group of people in a park. It's just talk. That is it. So you are doing, but what Bassem is doing, and this is what's so inspiring to me, and I know you don't like when I talk like this.
Please.
He is showing that satire can still be relevant, that it can carve out space in a country for people to express themselves, because that's all democracy is the ability to express yourself and be heard. You won't always win, but you can't confuse tyranny with losing elections. It's just the opportunity to be heard and for the majority to respect the minority, whatever they may say, however they may do it. So
that's great.
This is what you do.
But here, I mean, you had your battles. I mean, with Fox News, our beloved Fox News. I mean, I was watching when I was living in the States. I was watching it. I was wondering in which pit of hell do they do their editorials? I mean, of course, it's like a gold mine for you. But like, I mean, the amount of like hate and stereotyping and profiling.
But I always see it as fear. I always see it for what it is. It's a way of, and you don't know ever if it's honest fear or if it's manipulation. But it's fear. It's all, everything is conspiracy. Everything is, there is monsters around every corner. And
there are like foreign fingers like want to get in.
We're
very fond on fingers.
There's a lot of atrefa around the corner.
Yes. Fingers have a lot to do with this.
Yes, they really do have a lot to do with it.
but like, I mean, you have actually stood defending the rights of so many minorities, including Muslims and Arab minorities. I mean, you have spoken strongly for the 9/11 mosque. I mean, the minarets in Switzerland, dude, and like.
Oh, I've gone after Switzerland many times.
Yeah.
The mosque, the chocolates, the whole thing. I don't like it.
And you were actually.
But it's not. You know,
you've been accused as a Muslim and Bin Laden sympathizer sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, not that.
Okay.
Although that, you know, that's what's interesting about, you know, we all have misconceptions about each other. I'll tell you just, it's a quick story about that. So I'm from America. I live in New York City. 9/11 is very close to my heart. It was a terrible tragedy. And I'm over here and I'm in Jordan and I meet a man and we are in a refugee camp and everyone is poor. And this man brings me dates and he is incredibly hospitable and he is warm and he is open and he would like me to visit and see his family. And I'm just touched by this man. And I say, well, what is your name? And he says, Osama. And I thought, I need to open up, you know, because you learn that, you know, names are names and stereotypes are stereotypes, but ignorance goes both ways. And so that was, it was a difficult, it's the kind of thing that you need to open your heart to. It's very hard, but I, you know, and I love my country, you know, and I especially overseas defend it to the end, you know.
But in the last week before you left,
Yeah.
You were hosting Bill O'Reilly, our beloved Bill O'Reilly.
Yes, yes.
And he told you, and I quote, oh, you're leaving, so why don't, since you care too much about Muslim and Arab, it's like, why don't you leave your place to a Muslim and an Arab, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Why didn't you think of me?
But here's the thing I want to point out. It's not that, you know, defending Muslims or defending Jews or defending Christians or defending, what are the other ones? I don't like and so I try to speak out against. And isn't that all government is? It's we all get together and decide as a majority who the are. That's all it is. Government is always a lottery. You put your money down, it's a bet. I'm going to put down some money on this guy. in the hopes that he'll turn out to be something good. And a lot of times he doesn't, as it appears to be in this case.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of people here, like, actually wanting. I mean, a lot of people are actually with the president, and a lot of people want to impeach the president. I mean,
you want to impeach him?
Of impeachment, yes.
See, this is what's so nice about your democracy. It took us 100 years of democracy before we impeached our first president. For you guys to do it in 1 year, it's very impressive. It's very impressive to me.
It's the food.
It's the food.
Yes.
Can I tell you, I have not had a bad meal since I've been here.
Well,
it's unbelievable.
Can I share with you a little bit of